Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. Rooftop Pattaya. Pattaya is full of rooftop restaurants, bars. Most of them have both food and drink, like the one we're set at here. But we're gonna look at 3 different ones during this episode, hopefully. We're at the first one already though, that's a good start. We're at the Hilltop Pattaya. This is a view of Pattaya you may never have seen before. We're off Soy Khao Talo on the dark side. You can see everything. I can see from Bang Sarai all the way up to almost Lam Chabang. It's that high. But the Pattaya skyline from this vantage point, and Pratamnak Hill, the big hill where the Buddha is, I've never really seen it from this vantage point before. So very impressive view. Now, like I said, there are many of these, and we're gonna start here. Oh, my cocktail has arrived. We're only going to visit 3, but there are many more than 3. I'll start with maybe some of the ones that we're not going to visit and why. When you think of rooftop restaurants, lounges, probably the one that gets the most attention is Horizon, which is located at the Hilton. I've been up there before, so that's one reason I'm not going there on this little escapade, because I wanted to go to places I hadn't been. The Hilton one is very nice, and it's right in the middle of the beach. And it's a great view of the shoreline, the beach. It's the one that probably most people know about. Maybe I'm going to show you some ones that maybe you either don't know about, or maybe you've heard of but you've never been before. That's what this is more about. Another one that comes to mind, the Mit Hotel, has a very nice Italian, I believe it's an Italian restaurant called Pippa, up on a large sky deck. I want to go there and do an episode there. I really want to delve into the food there, and I haven't been there, so we will go there, but not on this episode. And I think another one is the new Virgin. It's called the Virgin Rooftop. I think it's on the 9th floor. Down that end as well on Beach Road. So there are many in town. Your favorite one may or may not be in this episode, but maybe, hopefully, you might see a new one. Tomorrow evening, we're going to a different one. That one will be in Jomtien. And since it's going to be a long while till tomorrow, maybe we'll do an update on the hut. The hut is, for all practical terms, is finished. There might be something else I'll explain as we look at that, but it's pretty much done, and I love it. So great evening here at Hilltop Pattaya. The pork chop was wonderful. All the food was great, with drinks, food, tax, tip, the whole 9 yards, about 1,700 baht, which actually, given the quality of the food and the location, I thought was fair. Keep in mind, at a lot of these Pattaya rooftop restaurants, you will pay a little bit of a premium for being able to eat with that nice view. But anyway, great evening here. Now, about that hut. So right, the bamboo hut. I've had a lot of people message me, hey, how's the hut? When are we going to see the hut? And I know we took a trip to Bangkok and that kind of postponed it a little bit, but it's done. There it is. Check it out. Now, first thing I'll say is Lan did a great job on this. She did 96% of this by herself. I just helped with a little bit. We did at one point have to go back and get more bamboo as we ran out. A couple things were maybe not accounted for, and that was like an extra 400 baht worth of bamboo. So altogether, about 3,000 baht worth of bamboo with the roof tiles, all that went into making this, or a little under $100. I guess we could call that about $90 or something like that. It's probably about 90% done. The only thing that we're kind of debating is to put a floor in there, and I thought maybe a raised wood floor, or she thought pavers, some kind of paved floor. Right now it's just kind of like a packed down dirt gravel floor. But she slid a little barbecue in there, and we're gonna have an evening here at the hut. She's gone to the market to buy some, I don't know, whatever. I told her buy whatever you want. We're gonna have a little grilling session out here in and around the hut. During the finishing process of the hut, she had some interior work, a lot of the trim and things, and it was raining. It rains every day. She's working there inside the hut where the roof was up, and she wasn't getting wet. So it was dry in the hut. I think a big rain, it would probably soak through or whatever, but a small, regular, steady rain, it was dry in there. So that's pretty cool. I'll tell you what's happened though. With the rain comes mosquitoes. And I've got a lot of extra vegetation here this year. She's planted a lot of vegetables and a garden and things like that. For whatever reason, I think chiefly the rain. We haven't had big rains. We've had a lot of little rains almost every day. And the mosquitoes have really, they've really been a problem, a little bit of an issue the last couple of weeks. Ever since we started building this, the first day she was getting eaten alive out here building this. So we went around and we picked all the produce in the garden, everything that was ready. And I bought a fogger for mosquitoes earlier in the week. I bought that off Lazada. There's a whole video in the members section about the whole mosquito fogger and the process and all that. But long story short, I'll show you. You set this thing up and this is what it looks like. It's a fog, best way I know how to say it. And it kind of settles in and goes through all the little nooks and crannies of everything and either kills the mosquitoes or drives them away or whatever. So we've done that, and right now it's a lot better. So it does work. But anyway, we're gonna grill up some food, whatever she buys at the market, and have a little bit of an evening here in the bamboo hut. But then we'll go back to Hilltop Pattaya, where we just came from, because as we were leaving the other night, I found something else there that I haven't showed you yet. So yeah, we both are very pleased with the hut. It's a fine addition to the garden, the backyard. Lana ended up buying this fish at the market there. She'll grill that up, put some seasoning on it, and I think she's also ended up with some asparagus, so we'll have that as well on the side. And of course, no Thai meal would be complete without some chili sauce, garlic, chili, lime juice. She'll make that up and we'll put that on. So yeah, she did a great job with this hut, and it is very nice sitting out here in the evening. It's a totally different vibe than sitting on the patio, so it really worked out. The sauce is very spicy, very, very, very spicy. But I don't know, I thought the fish turned out beautiful, and look at that guy. So we'll enjoy that. But I got to tell you, as the night before, as we were leaving Hilltop Pattaya, on the ground floor I saw some lights and I went back there, and it's tantamount to a nightclub. In fact, I showed some pictures and told some buddies that it's a nightclub and they believed me, but it's not. It's something else. All right, in addition to rooftop lounges or restaurants, another thing you find a lot of in Pattaya is VIP rooms, and that's what these are. The other one, the first one I showed you, that accommodates up to 40 people. You get your own bartender, you get your own DJ. It's a whole enclosed thing, all private. 4,000 baht an hour for the big room, or if you have less people, the smaller room that I'm showing you now, that is 2,000 baht and accommodates up to 20 people. So yeah, it's quite the vibe in here. It would compete with most of the best nightclubs in town. They really put a lot of effort and money in this. So that was a wonderful surprise, and you never know what you're going to find here in Pattaya. That's right. Another night, another sky lounge tonight. We've come to Jomtien as promised. We actually got rained out last night. It was a rainy one. We just called it off and stayed at home. It's a beautiful sunset going on behind me. We've come to the Devari, Soi 14 Jomtien, so pretty far down, almost kind of the end of Jomtien Beach. We're on the 38th floor. The name of this sky lounge, if you want to call it that, is DIB. DIB. But they open at 5:30. We've just got here. I wanted to get the sunset, so we might even have been a couple minutes early. Very nice lobby when you come in here. Full parking lot, so there was plenty of parking, bikes and cars included. And we'll see what the menu is and the drink offerings and all that. We have another place to go that we might actually just sneak in, since we got rained out last night. We might actually do the third one tonight after we finish here. and maybe we'll just have a cocktail or something up there. I'm not sure. Or maybe we'll do that here and eat there. I don't know. We haven't decided yet, but we're just going to enjoy the sunset for right now. But this one, I think, is overlooked a lot of time. Is it the best in Pattaya? You'll decide. You'll let me know which is your favorite sky lounge or sky bar. I know a lot of people, it's the Hilton, the Horizon. It's very nice indeed there. But I don't know. I think for just a nice view of the ocean here, not a lot of traffic, no noise, no mosquitoes up this far, at least yet. But great view. I can see the Big Buddha Mountain. Line claims you can see in the Rayong. So the view going back is just as far as visibility will allow. And of course, you can see Koh Lan out here, some of the other little islands. We will order some stuff up. I'll show you what it's going to be. Then I'll give you my final impressions and let you know how much everything was, just like I did at the last place. We decided to move to the other side. There's two sides of this sky bar. In the middle is like the inside dining. Very nice, very eloquent. The good thing is they've got 2-for-1 cocktails now between, I think it's 5:30 and 7. $2.50 a cocktail, but you get two. That's 125 baht a cocktail at a place like this. That's a bargain. So we've got a mojito and no, I'm sorry, we've got a Mai Tai and a Singapore Sling. But as just an appetizer, we got a little cold cut platter here, some very nice meats, some cheese, olives, pickles, onions. Just a nice little platter here. I don't see any bread. It would be nice to have a little piece of bread. But I think the prices here, for these type of places, I think this one is quite reasonable. And the menu selection looked nice as I'll show you. But it's starting to get dark. We're going to have the sunset. We're going to enjoy our appetizer, our cocktails. And then, now look, all of these, I looked through all of these. I did some research online, Google Maps, Facebook, just to see what was which. I'll show you some of what I saw in making my decision of which three of these to visit. This next one, though, I thought was also a little bit special. It's down at a place called Walking Street. So we've come down to Walking Street to a place called The Roof. There's several things in this building, including the Wood Ball Karaoke Lounge, and I think there's a Star nightclub, but kind of right next to King Seafood on Walking Street. So we'll get all settled in here. Now, we're not up as high here. Only on about the 4th floor here, but you're right here on the water. And in Walking Street, the Walking Street corridor, not too many high buildings. So you have a very good view. So I guess let me back up for a second. At the DIB, we had a couple cocktails. We had the platter. We got out of there for under 800 baht. I thought that was very reasonable. And I thought the cocktails were nice. The view was good. It was a good vibe. So a fine choice. Now, here at the Roof, ditto, even maybe a little bit more so. I think this is quite a value in here. Everything was very reasonable. I'll show you what we end up getting. Now, there's two sides to this. There's the one side by the water where we sat, and then the other side you have a great view looking straight down on Walking Street for people watching or whatever. So whatever side you decide to sit in, those would be your views. Not a very large place. This would be the smallest of the three we visited, but here again, maybe a newer one that is maybe not as widely known about yet. But here comes the food. We decided to have a full dinner here. I got a shrimp with chili paste. Lan got some shrimp, rice porridge with shrimp, and then we had a fried rice to share between us. So 3 dishes here. I had a couple drinks. Lan just had a soft drink. But here again, I think we got out of here for 700 and some baht, a little under 800 baht maybe. Very good for Walking Street, considering it already is the high rent corridor of Pattaya for businesses and things like that. So a restaurant rooftop with that experience I thought was pretty good. But anyway, there's no Walking Street evening complete without a little dip of coconut ice cream here. We'll get some of that on our way back. From 15 baht a scoop. What's not to like there? So always a good evening on Walking Street. So I guess if I had to kind of compartmentalize all of this and tell you which one I enjoyed the most, it would have to have been Hilltop Pattaya. Now that is kind of out on the dark side there off Soi Khao Talo at the Siam Royalville housing subdivision, but it's the first thing you see when you come in the gate, and we really enjoyed that. I think it's definitely worth a visit, as are the other two. But anyway, something else next time right here from Pattaya, but for this one, gotta leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.